Welcome to Everyone Loves Guitar, where we get to sit down and talk with interesting professional guitar players and related music industry experts. If you love playing guitar, stick around. You're in the right place. This is Craig Garber, and welcome to Everyone Loves Guitar podcast episode number 1. Today's topic, introduction to this podcast. I wanted to take a minute to introduce you to my new podcast called Everyone Loves Guitar. For as long as I can remember, music has been one of the most important things in my life. I didn't have a particularly good childhood, and there were plenty of days where sitting in my room listening to David Gilmour, Freddie King, Jeff Beck, Roy Buchanan, and Alvin Lee was the only thing that allowed me to have a sense of hope and optimism that at some point tomorrow was going to be a better day. Now, just the same way it did for everyone else, time marched on, and fortunately, things did turn around. Tomorrow came, and it definitely was a better day. And of course, my love for music only grew. After a couple of attempts at it, about 2 years ago, I decided to start playing guitar, but this time I promised myself I'd stick with it. At the time, I'd just gotten over a few setbacks life had thrown me, and one of the conclusions I came to in thinking about these setbacks was that I needed to set aside time to start doing more things for myself. Coincidentally, I had just turned 52, and I think after you turn 50, some of these thoughts are sort of a natural process of aging anyway. Well, picking up the guitar actually changed my life. The sense of peace, calm, and enjoyment was wonderful. And I've never had a problem expressing my feelings, but doing it through the guitar really gives me a tremendous sense of release and gratification. At this point, I've been an entrepreneur for 18 years, and for 10 of those years, I'd published an offline, paid-for subscription newsletter about selling, marketing, and writing ad copy. Along with my monthly newsletter, I always included an interview of the month, which I did with a different entrepreneur or client of mine. I love doing these interviews because I'm genuinely a curious person and because I always learn a lot from listening to other people, especially if they're kind enough to sort of share the backstory of their personal life with me. I was thinking about these interviews one day, sitting at my desk with my guitar in my lap, and it suddenly dawned on me, wow, how cool would it be if I started interviewing professional guitar players? And basically, that's how the idea for this podcast was born. So here's what you can expect out of me and out of this podcast. Right now, I have it set up that every other episode will be roughly an hour-long interview with mostly professional guitar players, but from time to time, I'm going to also interview other musicians and music industry professionals besides guitarists. In between each of these interviews, I'm going to put out a much shorter podcast with some thoughts on playing guitar, thoughts on current music news and trends, or some life lessons I've learned. Now, I'll do my best to keep these lessons related to guitar, but truthfully, since you and I both have lives outside of our guitar, I'm betting we'll be able to find some common ground here as well. My goal, though, in putting this podcast together is to entertain you and hopefully put a smile across your face. After all, nowadays, who can't use a few more smiles in their life, right? Thanks for listening. Go to everyonelovesguitar.com and sign up to get notified of future episodes along with the latest guitar-related updates. And join our community on Facebook at facebook.com/everyonelovesguitar. We hope you enjoyed this show. If you did, subscribe to the Everyone Loves Guitar podcast, and you can do this online at everyonelovesguitar.com or on iTunes. And if you like the show, please leave us a 5-star positive review. The more 5-star reviews we get, the higher our show ranks, and higher rankings mean we get to continue speaking with cool, interesting guests on our show. We'll see you on the next episode, and until then, keep playing your guitar and have fun making music.